What type of imposter are you? I'm talking about imposter syndrome. If you were experiencing imposter syndrome, and by the way, it does happen to everybody at one moment or another in some context of their life. It's just normal. Sometimes we do feel like an imposter, that we don't belong, or we're not qualified, or we shouldn't really be there, that we wonder when people will find out that we have no idea what we're doing. It's perfectly normal. Now, there's different style. According to the research of Valerie Young, there's 5 different types of imposter. I create the acronym SCOWL, you know, that face you make. So SCOWL, so that you can remember them. So I call them the self-confidence obstacle that are wrecking leadership. So the first the first type of imposter is the scrutinizer. We've got the champion, the overqualified, the whiz, and the loner. So let's have a quick overview of each of them. So the scrutinizer, that is the perfectionist. That's the person that is making sure that everything is absolutely perfect. On a perfectionist scale, even excellent 100% is never good enough. You are doing a presentation, there's a survey, 99% of people adore you, raving reviews, and there's one person that has one kind of not so nice comment. All you can focus on is that. The one mistake you made, even though you did an amazing job, this one thing you didn't get perfect, is the thing that makes you feel like an imposter. Because if you were really great, then you wouldn't make any mistakes and everything would be perfect, because you're a high achiever. So that is the first style, the scrutinizer. Next, we've got the champion. So the champion is the person that takes on a lot of things. So it's the person that when you want to get something done, you give it to the busiest person, right? Can I just add one more project to your workload? So the person that manages 17 different things at once, that always volunteers, well, nobody want to do it. It's okay, I'll take it. A little bit of a martyr as well. And if they can't manage it all, therefore they must be an imposter, because everybody's expecting them to be able to do it all. And if they can't, that's when they feel like they must be an imposter. The next one is the overqualified. So the overqualified is the person that has so many different diploma, that is constantly learning, constantly training, and when they've done this training, then they won't be an imposter anymore. Or sometimes it's trying to always look ahead at what else is there that they could learn, that they could achieve. There was this story that I've seen on social media of this guy that went all the way to the top of one mount. It was 3 months of preparation, took 3 weeks to get there, and he's at the top, and he asks the guide, hey, what's that mount over there? And the guide said, well, it's that name of this mount. And then the guy said, oh, how do I get there? How long would that take for me to prep? And the guide put the hand on his shoulder and said, you better sit at the top of your mount and enjoy the view right now, because you just finished something. You cannot already be planning for the next thing. And that overqualified mind always thinks, well, when I have my website, that's when I won't be an imposter anymore. When I have my podcast, when I'm successful, when I get this contract, when I'm at this position, there is no there for them. When I get there, but the there never gets, even when the there gets here, they're not happy with it, and they're always aiming for something else, because they feel like before getting to that something else, that's when they won't be an imposter anymore. The next type of imposter is the whiz. It's the super smart person, the smartest person in the room. Everybody turns towards them to figure out the answer. They are expected to know more than everybody else, and if they don't, therefore they must be an imposter. It's the person that has a lot of pressure because everybody relies on them. They're the wise person. They're the person that everybody expects for them to be in charge and to know it all. If you have children, that's your role. Your kids expect you to know everything. And if you don't, therefore you must be an imposter. And the last one is the loner. That's the person that can do it all by themselves. And if they, God forbid, were needing help, then they would be an imposter, because they're supposed to be able to do it all by themselves. And if they can't do it by themselves, if they need help, if they start something on working on a new software and they're stuck, they don't want to ask for help, because that would mean that they're an imposter, that they can't do it by themselves. So there you have them, the 5 different types of imposter syndrome that you could potentially experience. And in the next parts coming up, we will be looking at each and every one of them to see how they could maybe be an advantage and what to do if you experience that type of imposter syndrome. I will see you there.